You are vibrational beings in a vibrational universe. Many people are not yet ready to acknowledge that they are vibrational. They prefer to see themselves as blood and bone specimens that they see in the mirror. And we want to remind you that everything that you observe with your physical senses is vibrational interpretation. In other words, you hear because your ears translate vibration. You see because your eyes translate vibration. You smell because your nose translates vibration. Your fingertips are translating vibration. Your tongue is translating vibration. All of your senses are about the translation of vibration, and that's why you are able to perceive your environment in the way that you do.
Now, therefore, what I'm saying is that the fundamental properties of matter are moving in this order of unfoldment. And I give you an idea. Let's suppose we go back to that analogy, and I put in a particle and turn it a certain number of times. I call it n times. I put a particle in a slightly different position and turn it n more times. The first one is 2n. We go on, the third is n, 2n, 3n. We put in a large number, and we now turn it backward fairly rapidly. One droplet after another emerges, and it looks as if a particle is continuously crossing the space.
Right.
Now, I say that's the image that I want to give as to what a particle really is in quantum mechanics, that sort of movement. And therefore, the particle is present in the whole and is merely unfolding and manifesting as a separate thing, but its actual existence is not separate. It is an abstraction. That droplet, that separate droplet, is an abstraction due to our perception, right?
And that's what we do these days. We talk both about particles and about fields. In one sense, a particle and a field are the opposite of each other, right? A particle is something that has one location. Here's the particle, it's nowhere else. A field is the opposite of that. A field is everywhere. At every point in space, there is a value of the field. So if you look at the picture up here on the left, these are tracks of particles through a cloud chamber. They're individual lines. A particle moves through the chamber and leaves a little trail behind. They're curving because they're moving in a magnetic field. On the picture on the right, there's a magnet. You can't see the field lines directly, but they're traced out by the little iron filings that are in the vicinity of the magnet. So you can visualize the fact that around this magnet there's an invisible field filling space. So particles and fields are the two things that physicists talk about when we talk about the ingredients that make up reality. And if you have a tiny bit of physics education, you may have come up against the question, is light, for example, a particle or a wave? A wave is sort of a vibration in a field. So what is more important? Is it the particle aspect of reality, or is it the field aspect of reality? It's fields. That's the answer. It's not a mystery. They always tell you that question. They never tell you the answer. I went decades of my life. So what's the answer to this? This is the answer. It's fields. Any questions about that? So,
unified quantum field theories, initially based on supergravity theory, and then the more successful superstring theory and M theory. These theories are extraordinary. They fulfill Einstein's lifelong quest to discover the unified source of the diversified universe, the fountainhead of nature's intelligence, the origin of all the streams of the laws of nature that govern the universe at every level. And the mathematics of these theories are not just beautiful, because you could say that was probably true even of quantum field theory, but are staggering, mind-blowing, unbelievable. And physicists like me aren't particularly fond of mathematics. That's why we're physicists and not mathematicians. But this absolutely blows your mind. And we're not going to talk about that either. But we are going to get a little bit of a feeling for the unified field by looking at its basic structure. Unified field is an ocean of pure existence, an ocean of pure abstract intelligence at the basis of the universe. Universal intelligence. But this ocean of intelligence isn't dead. It's not lifeless. It's not inert. Due to the quantum principle or uncertainty principle, it is teeming with unmanifest energy. It is shimmering, reverberating within itself. And in fact, so incredibly dynamic, so infinitely energetic, that it's erupting and boiling within itself. And in the process of this dynamical self-interaction, this boiling of the absolute, it erupts in a foam of effervescent bubbles, like ginger ale effervesces bubbles. By the way, it's called vacuum energy, zero-point energy.